Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Today the topic of our lesson is simultaneous equations of Unit 2 Theory of Quadratic Equation. We will cover pages 39 till 43. Summary of the lesson. We will solve simultaneous equations. Quote of the day. The best way to predict your future is to create it. At the end of this lesson, students will be able to solve a system of two equations in two variables when one equation is linear and the other is quadratic, and in the second case when the both equations are quadratic. A system of equation having a common solution is called a system of simultaneous equations, and the set of all the ordered pairs which satisfy the system of equations is called solution set of the system. Solve a system of two equations in two variables. Let's discuss first case when one equation is linear and the other is quadratic. To solve a system of equations in two variables x and y, we will find out the value of y in the quadratic equation. We get another quadratic equation in one variable that will be x. By solving this equation for x, then we will find the values of y. The corresponding values of x and y will provide the solution set of the system of equations. I am going to explain example number 1 on book page number 39 in order to explain the first case in which one of the equation is linear and the other is quadratic. So you can see first equation is linear and the second equation is quadratic. These are the given equations, equation number 1 and equation number 2. From equation number 1, we can shift 3x to the right side to get an equation in terms of x. Now, by substituting the value of y in equation number 2, we get an equation in terms of x. This is a quadratic equation, and by factorization, we get two values of x equals to 3 and x equals to 1. Now, putting the values of x in equation number 3, one by one. When x equals to 3, we substitute this value of 3 in this equation to get value of y. And the second value when x equals to 1, by putting this value we get second value of y when y equals to 7. When x equals to 3, the corresponding value of y is minus 5, and when x equals to 1, corresponding value of y is 7. So the first ordered pair is 3 minus 5 and the second ordered pair is minus 1 and 7. We combine these two ordered pairs to form the required solution set. Now students, we have to do question number 1 and 2 of exercise 2.7 in the similar way which I have explained in example number 1. Now I am going to explain question number 3 of exercise 2. So the given equations are equation number 1 and equation number 2. From equation number 1, I have just shifted the y to the right side, so we get equation x equals to 7 plus y. And from equation 2, we have to take the LCM. After taking its LCM, we get this equation. From equation number 3, we have value of x. So we substitute value of x in above equation to get a quadratic equation in terms of y. We can factorize quadratic equation to get two values of y. Now putting these two values one by one in equation number 3, we will find out two values of x. When y is equal to minus 7 by 2, the corresponding value of x is 7 by 2, and when y equals to minus 5, the corresponding value of x is 2. So the two ordered pairs are these, which will combine to make the required solution set. Now students, we have to do question number 4 of exercise 2.7. Let's discuss second case when both equations are quadratic. I am going to explain example number 2 on book page number 40. You can see both the given equations are quadratic. Equation number 1 and 2 are the given equations. From equation number 2, we can apply whole square formula. So by applying formula, we get equation number 3. Now students, I am going to subtract equation number 3 from equation number 1 to get an equation that is linear. Now we have value of y in terms of x. We will substitute value of y in equation number 2 to get a quadratic equation in terms of x. Now what to do? We simply factorize it. After factorization, we get two values of x. Now by putting values of x in equation number 4, we get two values of y. When x equals to minus 1, the corresponding value of y is minus 3, And when the value of x is 7 by 5, the corresponding value of y is 9 by 5. These values of x and y will make the ordered pair, and when we combine these ordered pair, we get the required solution set. Now students, we have to do question number 6 of exercise 2.7 in the similar way which I have explained in the previous example. Let's discuss another example in which two equations are given which are both are quadratic. So equation number 1 and 2 are the given equations. We will multiply equation number 1 by 3 to get the coefficients of y square same. After multiplying equation number 1 by 3, we get this equation. By subtracting above equation and equation number 2, we get x square equals to 3. And by taking square root, we get two values of x. Now by substituting value of x in equation number 1, we get two values of y, which make the required solution set. Now students, we have to do question number 8 of exercise 2.7. Now I am going to explain example number 4 on book page number 41, in which both equations are quadratic. First equation contains x square plus y square equals to 20, and the second equation contains a third term that contains both the variables x, y. Let's discuss how to solve such type of equations. So equation number 1 and 2 are the given equations. Equation number 2 can be written as this. Why I have written equation number 2 in this way? I have written this equation as quadratic equation in terms of y, in which coefficient of y square is 1, coefficient of y is minus x, and the constant term is minus 6x square. Here x is treated as a constant number. Now by applying quadratic formula on the above equation, we get two values of y. So we have two values of y, 3x and minus 2x. We will substitute the value of 3x in equation number 1. We get two values of y. And by putting the value of x in equation number, and this y equals to minus 3x, we get values of y. Now by substituting value of y, that is minus 2x in equation number 1, we get two more values of y. So we have four ordered pairs which make the solution set of the given simultaneous equations. Now students, we have to do question number 10 of exercise 2.7. This is example number 5 on book page number 42. In this question, both the equations are quadratic. So equation number 1 and 2 are the given equations. We will multiply equation number 1 by 2 to get this equation. By subtracting equation number 3 and 2, we get x square minus 2xy minus 3y square, and this equation can be factorized by middle term breaking method to get two values of y. We have x equals to 3y and we have x equals to minus y. Now by substituting these values in equation number 1, we get x square plus y square and equals to 40 is the first equation. The value of x is 3y. So by putting this value, we get two values of y. And by putting value of x equals to minus y in equation number 1, we get two values of y. Here we have four values of x. So by substituting y equals to 2 in equation number 5, we get x equals to 6. And by putting y equals to minus 2 in equation number 5, we get x equals to 6. Similarly, when we substitute value of y, that is 2 under root 5 in equation number 6, we get x equals to minus 2 root 5. And by putting minus 2 root 5 in equation number 6, we get x equals to 2 root 5. Therefore, by combining the corresponding values, we get these ordered pairs, and these ordered pairs make the required solution set of the given simultaneous equations. Now students, we have to do question number 13 of exercise 2.7. Let's recap today's lesson. Solving simultaneous equation means solving two equations at the same time. The set of all the ordered pairs which satisfy the given simultaneous equation is called solution set. Assignment. Students, I have compiled all the tasks of today's lesson in this slide. I hope you understand today's lesson.